Daily Dose of English presents Daily English Idioms. Part 43.
Meet a standard. Meaning: to reach a certain level of quality or performance. Examples: the product didn't meet the standard of quality. He failed to meet the standard of performance. She was able to meet the standard of excellence. You can't judge a book by its cover. Meaning: you cannot judge someone or something by its appearance. Examples: you can't judge a book by its cover, you need to get to know the person first. Don't judge the restaurant by its cover, the food is actually really good. You can't judge the movie by its cover, it's actually really funny. An embarrassment of riches. Meaning: having too many choices or too much of something. Examples: he had an embarrassment of riches when it came to job offers. She had an embarrassment of riches when it came to buying a car. They had an embarrassment of riches when it came to vacation destinations. Hit the airwaves. Meaning: to be broadcasted on radio or television. Examples: the new song hit the airwaves last week. The commercial hit the airwaves last night. The show hit the airwaves this morning. Before your very eyes. Meaning: this idiom means that something is happening right in front of you. Examples: I watched in amazement as the fireworks lit up the sky before my very eyes. She changed from a caterpillar to a butterfly before our very eyes. The magician pulled the rabbit out of the hat before our very eyes. In your element. Meaning: this idiom means to be in a situation where you feel comfortable and confident. Examples: she was in her element when she was up on stage singing. I was in my element when I was able to fix the car. He was in his element when he was surrounded by books in the library. Wise after the event. Meaning: this idiom means to be able to understand or explain something after it has already happened. Examples: I was wise after the event and realized I should have said something different. Looking back, I was wise after the event and should have taken a different route. I knew I was wise after the event when I realized I should have gone to the doctor sooner. Scare the daylights out of someone. Meaning: this idiom means to frighten someone. Examples: the horror movie scared the daylights out of me. The sound of thunder scared the daylights out of her. His loud yell scared the daylights out of me. On one's uppers. Meaning: this idiom means to have no money. Examples: after losing his job, he was on his uppers. She was on her uppers and couldn't afford to buy anything. When I was in college, I was often on my uppers. Get a raw deal. Meaning: this idiom means to be treated unfairly or to be disadvantaged. Examples: he was given a raw deal when he was passed up for the promotion. She got a raw deal when she was not given a raise. He got a raw deal when he was charged more than everyone else. A bone of contention. Meaning: this idiom means a subject of disagreement or argument. Examples. The new policy was a bone of contention among the employees. Immigration is a bone of contention in many countries. The budget was a bone of contention between the two departments. Binge drinking. Meaning. This idiom means to consume an excessive amount of alcohol in a short period of time. Examples. He was arrested for binge drinking at the party. She was hospitalized from binge drinking. Binge drinking is a serious problem on college campuses. Point of no return. Meaning. This idiom means a point at which it is impossible to go back or undo something. Examples. They had reached the point of no return when they had signed the contract. We had crossed the point of no return when we had crossed the border. She knew she had reached the point of no return when she had quit her job. Get a second bite at slash of the cherry. Meaning. This idiom means to get a second chance. Examples. He got a second bite at the cherry and passed the test. She was given a second bite at the cherry and was able to finish the project. We were given a second bite at the cherry and were able to make the deadline. A thin line. Meaning. This idiom means a small but significant difference. Examples. There is a thin line between love and hate. There is a thin line between right and wrong. There is a thin line between success and failure. Old chestnut. Meaning. This idiom means something that has been said or heard many times before. Examples. He told the same old chestnut about the time he went fishing. She told the same old chestnut about her trip to Europe. It was the same old chestnut about how hard work pays off. Give the runaround. Meaning. This idiom means to waste someone's time by giving them false information or not providing them with any information. Examples. She was given the runaround when she asked for help. He was given the runaround when he inquired about the job. They were given the runaround when they asked to speak to the manager. Give the shirt off one's back. Meaning. This idiom means to be generous and willing to give away anything you have. Examples. She would give the shirt off her back if someone needed it. He would give the shirt off his back to help someone in need. I would give the shirt off my back to anyone who asked for it. Whole new ball game. Meaning. This idiom means a completely different situation. Examples. Going from high school to college was a whole new ball game. Getting a job after college was a whole new ball game. Starting a new job was a whole new ball game. After the fact. Meaning. This idiom means after something has already happened. Examples. He only apologized after the fact. She only realized the consequences after the fact. We only understood the gravity of the situation after the fact. Test the waterses. Meaning. This idiom means to try something out to see how it works or how it is received. Examples. I wanted to test the waters before I committed to the project. She wanted to test the waters before she invested her money. They wanted to test the waters before they bought the house. A flea in one's ear. Meaning. This idiom means a scolding or reprimand. Examples. He got a flea in his ear from his boss. She got a flea in her ear from her teacher. We got a flea in our ears from our parents. Strike while the iron is hot. Meaning. This idiom means to take advantage of a good opportunity when it arises. Examples. He struck while the iron was hot and applied for the job. She struck while the iron was hot and bought the house. We struck while the iron was hot and invested in the company. Today's idioms were: meet a standard. You can't judge a book by its cover. An embarrassment of riches. Hit the airwaves. Before your very eyes. In your element. Wise after the event. Scare the daylights out of someone. On one's uppers. Get a raw deal. A bone of contention. Binge drinking. Point of no return. Get a second bite at slash of the cherry. A thin line. Old chestnut. Give the runaround. Give the shirt off one's back. Whole new ball game. After the fact. Test the waters. A flea in one's ear. Strike while the iron is hot.